Welcome back inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego. A three-match homestand comes to an end this evening as the San Diego Sockers play host to the Tacoma Stars. Alongside Nate Herrera, Craig Elston on hand with you. San Diego Sockers have won 6 in a row. At 9-0-1, they stand atop the MASL West. But now the Sockers really with an eye on what's in front of them as well as what's behind them. Ontario 6 points back. Sockers have a game in hand. San Diego 5 points behind Florida for number 1 in the MASL overall. Every point counts as you build your way to the playoffs.
Absolutely, and I just got a glimpse of what's in front of the Sockers quite literally tonight, and that is Danny Waltman in goal, creeping back there for warm-ups and scaring us a little bit as he runs by as the Tacoma Stars are ready to go, hoping to give a better performance than they did the last time they were in this arena.
Which was a 9-3 win for the Sockers last Friday. Juan Manuel Rojo scored 2 goals in that game, but that's kind of old hat. Rojo has scored 2 goals in 3 straight games. He's the defending MASL Offensive Player of the Week as a defender.
Numero dos on the back, and it's been a brace a game every time we've seen him in this arena. He's doing wondrous things for the San Diego Sockers, and long may it continue. If you're a Sockers fan, Rojo will be a key tonight.
For the Stars, a very mercurial bunch. They get blown out by the Sockers. They go up to Ontario, win a game in a shootout. But when the Stars are at their best, Michael Ramos is better.
It's a key veteran presence on this Tacoma team. Something felt like they lacked a little bit of in the last time they were in this arena in that 9-3 loss. So we'll see if Ramos can wake this team up a bit and be a leader for Tacoma tonight.
We'll be back with a sideline report on some ins and outs of the Sockers starting lineup and bring you the kickoff next. The Sockers and Stars on MASL TV.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
Bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. National anthem complete, lights are on, and we are just about ready for action from the Grand Old Arena, Pechanga Arena, San Diego. It's the San Diego Sockers, the Tacoma Stars, the third of 6 meetings between these two clubs, the first of 3 in a row, as these two teams will meet for back-to-back affairs at Acesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington next weekend. With Nate Herrera and our TVX video crew, my name's Craig Elston. Let's go down to the floor and welcome in the third member of our crew, sideline reporter Melissa May. Melissa?
The Sockers defense returns to full strength as they welcome back veteran goalkeeper Boris Pardo after serving that 2-game suspension last week. weekend. Veteran captain Craig Childs also returns to the lineup after sitting out last game with a back injury. And speaking of veterans, the Sockers' longest tenured player, Zay Roberto, not only is playing for the first time this season, but getting the start. Gentlemen, he spent 22 years of his life as a professional soccer player. Talk about those stats as I toss it back up to you guys.
Melissa, thank you so much. And really, Zay Roberto, who has played pro soccer in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s. He did draw into one other lineup this year for the Sockers, but did not play. Head coach Phil Salvaggio was chastened by that afterwards and said there's definitely going to be another game down the road that Zay draws in, and tonight is that night for the San Diego Sockers. But, you know, Nate, we're going to be watching a couple of other key issues on the floor as well, especially the Sockers' number 9, Tavoy Morgan, dealing with a little bit of a sore groin, spent over 2 hours in Paul Savage's training room prior to warm-up, was very ginger in warm-ups. He is in the lineup. The question will be, how effective will Tavoy Morgan be? He's going to start tonight, but can he finish?
I was surprised to see him in the lineup. Very plain and simple. Was quite surprised. I don't want to say shocked, but definitely surprised to see him included. Something like a groin injury, a night off can do wonders to recuperation and recovery. So interested to see how many minutes Tavoy is playing tonight. I would hope, I'm trying to play doctor from way up here, but I would hope it would be somewhat of a minutes restriction, somewhat of a low minute total, and a sharing of the load as far as the front line, as far as the strikers go for the San Diego Sockers.
Well, in the past, Nate, and this is what I've heard, the Sockers have had Christian Gutierrez and Tavoy Morgan as the primary forwards, with Craig Childs coming in taking the spare shifts. And I believe that's going to flip this evening, where Childs and Gutierrez will be taking more of the shifts, and it'll be Tavoy played in the more sparing manner. But game flow and health will determine these things for the San Diego Sockers as we proceed. The officials for today's match are brought to you by Capelli. Capelli is the official uniform sponsor of the MASL game. Officials are crew chief on the floor is Ron Corey, joined by the veteran Fernando Peña. Arnold Baldo is the assistant referee. Ramiro Delgado is the fourth official in the box. The Sockers are in their retro yellow tops with the word Sockers spelled out from left shoulder to right hip, going in diagonal block letters. The blue shorts with yellow trim, the yellow socks. They'll run right to left across your screens in this opening quarter. The Stars in their whites with the orange and yellow diamond pattern on the midriff, melting into navy blue. The white shorts, the white socks, running left to right. We are underway with the first of 4 15-minute quarters here on MASL TV, live, free, and in HD round the world. We are thrilled to have you with us to spend part of your Sunday evening. And a nice crowd settling in here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, in particular here on the north side. You could see, and we saw when the crowd was standing for the anthem, and a very nice crowd on this side of the floor, the side that is not shown by the camera, as we see Tacoma working their way around midfield with their leading scorer, their do-everything guy, number 10, Nick Herrera, the 35-year-old, now making his home in the Pacific Northwest, raised here in San Diego. 13 goals, 24 points to lead the Tacoma Stars. Herrera gathering this ball in offensive midfield, the captain of the U.S. men's beach soccer national team, where he is a teammate with the Sockers' Xavier Snare Williams. There's a ball kicked out of the zone, and Leonardo de Oliveira with 4 assists in the Sockers' last game, an 8-3 victory over Utica. There's a foul from the elegant assassin, Alex Megson. Not so elegant on this tackle.
We'll see on the replay here. Ooh, just missing the...
That could have been 2, to be honest with you. That's
ball.
a slide tackle. Slide tackles are a 2-minute penalty in the sport of indoor soccer. That slide tackle just got a common foul. Cesar Cerda wearing the captain's armband for San Diego this evening. Guerrero Pino, veteran defender, working it with Cerda. And you see also out there Luis Pee-wee Ortega. Pee-wee moving up to the midfield today, along with Brandon Escoto. Escoto on the give and go. Childs outside the red line as well for the Sockers. Pee Wee back to Sarah. About a minute and a half into the action here, just settling into an MASL West Division affair. The Sockers and the Tacoma Stars. There's a missed pass by Sarah, and our pregame player of note, Michael Ramos, has it. Ramos with 6 goals so far this year in 8 matches. He's played all 8 matches for Tacoma. Former 25-plus goal scorer in the MASL, Michael Ramos. Former All-Star as well. Juan Manuel Rojo, defending MASL Offensive Player of the Week. Pardo chipped this ball into open space, and it's the Aztec for life, DeBray Holloman running it down. Holloman in hot water. This is a ball that Waltman can't control after the pass-back rule, and it's loose in the middle. And Waltman had to watch that drag across his goal mouth, and he knew it was going to go just wide. Gutierrez couldn't bend that one inside right post with a big-time strike, and Pino keeps it alive and draws the foul, whistled by Pena down on the floor.
Yeah, that whole hectic situation there, I couldn't help but think, let's see the replay of the foul there, as Holloman was chasing down the ball in that whole hot water that Waltman was in, if a Sockers player would have touched it, that would have actually been a 3-line pass by that point.
Childs steps over. Charlie off the wall for Childs, and he shot it just wide. Got the ball to his toe. Put it off the LA Fitness board.
What I'm getting at is there were 3 different rules in play in the heat of battle, in the heat of the moment. A lot to think about, a lot to process, and I'm way up here. I can't imagine what it's like for the players down there. You got to be fluent in rulebook language as you're out there giving your all on a Sunday night in a competitive soccer match.
The 40-year-old out of Gig Harbor, Washington, Danny Waltman, always cool under pressure, even as he's watching that ball trickle toward his goal line.
And these are new rules, too. This is language that develops.
Childs off the shot, rebound! Just wide on the header try by Zay Roberto. Brilliant attempts, the foul on San Diego, but Childs so close to opening up the scoring tonight.
Couple chances for San Diego to jump out to a 1-goal lead.
Alex Caceres, the Colombiano, into the corner. The ball skipped past Nick Herrera. Herrera comes over and takes it away from Cardenas. Puts it in the middle. Bad touch. And Ramos had a chance. Pee Wee gave it to him, and he shot it wide.
There's our focus in the pregame. And Ramos had a big chance to put Tacoma in front. Curious to see what kind of effort the Stars team is going to give tonight.
I'd say both teams now have one that they've let get by. Battle in the corner by Tacoma's Logan Jones, one of the newer Stars. Herrera able to work out of a double team. Mitchell Cardenas trying to stay on his hip. Morgan watches him to the bench as both teams execute a line change. Under 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. We've played 4 so far. No scores, Sockers and Stars. Last time these two teams met was last Friday, January 28th, and it was a scoreless match for 6 minutes, and then the Sockers turned it on. Got up to a 5-1 advantage, wound up winning 9-3. Here's Megson in the corner. Megson tried to drag the ball into the middle. Serta knocked it away, and then Dantas with Bader, with the rising shot out of play.
You talk about that 5-1 lead that the Sockers jumped out to in the first quarter that night. It was never in doubt. That game was never in doubt from about the 2/3 of the way point in the first quarter. So Tacoma, as far as from a neutral standpoint, anybody tuning into the game tonight, fan of entertainment and good competition, certainly rooting for Tacoma to put in a better showing than they did 9 days ago. I think they're off to a good start. Ramos unlucky to not put them up 1-0. Scoreless with 10.5 left.
Charlie Gonzalez over to Boris Pardo, fresh off serving the 2-game suspension. Long ball, Morgan chests it down, traps, reverses to the left foot, shoots and misses just wide on the sharp angle. Great effort by Morgan. Now Escoto works himself free with Morgan in the middle, but well marked. On the boards, it's Corey Keats, kicked out by Escoto, back to Guerrero Pino. Sockers maintain control as the 5th minute walks into the San Diego night. Here's Rojo. Rojo to the right foot. Rojo! Good job by Waltman. Wrong-footed, got the leg out there.
Such a fun save. It's such an aesthetically fun one. Danny Waltman.
Gonzalez to Childs, and as we predicted, so we see. Childs a little bit more often taking the shift.
Yeah.
Rojo.
Hey, Tavoy looked good out there on that swivel and shoot. Talk about
Sure
a guy with a groin injury, too. That type of play. Looked real fluid.
Going to give his defender an injury if he keeps up with those silky moves. Rojo, speaking of a great move, threw a double team to the middle. His shot blocked away. Keats down low, denying Rojo, who walked right down Route 1.
Got to pick a corner there in the end, but take nothing away from Danny Waltman. Point blank from about 7 feet away.
Rojo, so much confidence. 6 goals in the last 3 games and becoming an offensive creator. That speed burst, though, right through the double team. Nice eyes on that pass. Ramos read it, kicked it out of play past Cardenas. A restart on the far wall for the San Diego Sockers.
So much confidence on that burst through that you talk about. Wanted to hit that shot as hard as humanly possible. They have been better served passing it to a corner to beat Waltman, who still has the clean sheet as we approach 9 minutes left.
Cardenas brings it into the left corner, and Leonardo de Oliveira drags it out. Leo tipped from behind, loose ball along the free throw line. Ismael de Luna, then a rough touch in the corner. It's Charlie now. Charlie right elbow, Leo in the middle, and we've got a whistle and a handball in the zone. And Leo not thrilled with that whistle. Ron Corey issued it nonetheless. See the troubled look on the face of the man who makes Rio de Janeiro his hometown. Herrera in the corner, and there's Zay Roberto on him. The double team with Leo. Now it's 4 men in the corner, and now 5, and Pardo just kicks it right back into the soup and waits to cradle that Flight soccer ball. Of course, Flight is the official match ball of the MASL, designed and produced by Flight, expertly designed for the indoor game. Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything. Pee-wee, left wing Cardenas. Sockers on the attack. 8:15 and less in the first quarter. It's Roberto, who had a header chance in this first quarter to try and get on the board. He comes off, Serda comes on, working with Sean Callahan in the middle of the floor. Callahan opened the scoring against Utica. A little dummy move by Pee-wee. Callahan saw it off the top of the low boards. And then a reaching out foul called against Callahan on Danny Manetti. Next whistle after this could be the officials' timeout. We're in that zone halfway through the first quarter. Those 2 shots credited go to San Diego. No score in this one yet. Both sides have had a couple of chances. A tentative beginning on a Sunday evening in America's finest city, San Diego, California. Alex Megson working on Pino. Throws it back to Caceres on the Kaiser Permanente logo. Kaiser Permanente San Diego, the presenting sponsor of tonight's giveaway, the awesome Since 78 scarf. We thank Kaiser for their contribution. Both guys playing slapdash there, Megson and Pino. Tacoma managing a string of possession here as the 8th minute elapses of the first quarter. Here's Keats looking to initiate the action on the old Sockers logo at midfloor. Back to Jones. Jones pressured by Callahan. Waltman gets his touch. Danny will be out of the play after he serves this one forward. And it's headed by Ford, brought down, attempted by Ramos. Ramos brings it down. Michael Ramos, marked by Christian Gutierrez. With the step over, stepping to the right foot. Couldn't get the shot away. The wall pass headed by Charlie Gonzalez and retrieved by the 39-year-old Jeff Bader. Bader was a part of the original Restart Tacoma Stars in the early 2010s. Some very familiar Stars names are not a part of this roster right now, in particular Jamail and Rafael Cox, and I think it's a major change for them. Both teams make a line change, and Waltman sends the ball into the corner that skips past Herrera. Pardo had to cradle it inside his zone, and he'll roll it out to Escoto. Brandon with a burst of speed gets past Herrera, comes to the middle, shoots, and that shot is blocked away. And it's a chance for a counterattack for Tacoma. De Luna had the block. Ismael De Luna runs the middle, and unable to feed a pass there was Kevin Naranjo in his first game for Tacoma. Now Herrera on the attack. Steps over, left-footed toe poke try. Rojo guides it out of there, not away! Big save Pardo, as Dantas was given that chance on a tee on right wing. Waltman tracks it down and gets the ball away to Ramos on the run. 5:20 and less in a scoreless first, but for how long? Rojo reads that pass intended for Herrera well, comes up with the interception. It's Escoto faked like he was going to feed it forward to his fellow Tijuanense, Cristian Gutierrez. Instead, back to the man from Mexico City, Mitchell Cardenas. With 3 assists on the year, Cardenas, one of the 2 primary Sockers defenders, he rotates with Guerrero Pino. Nice move by Morgan. Morgan, nifty footwork once again, through 2 men. Morgan still battling, gets past Mendy, off the wall, rebound, try to Pee-wee, just missed it. Great attempt. Pee-wee just couldn't get on the end of that pass. Tavoy, though, looked really nimble.
Seeming to be nursing anything too severe. Hey, and this is popping up again. I say skip the mandatory. They missed the window. The window naturally elapsed.
You missed your chance. Like a stern parent.
No officials' timeouts.
Jones across off the Ron Newman Field logo with the 10 stars there to represent the 10 championships won by the great Ron Newman, the greatest indoor coach in the history of the sport. We are at Ron Newman Field in Pechanga Arena, San Diego.
10 of them.
Now, Phil Savaggio is a 5-time champion head coach. Ford waiting. Rojo on him. Ford in the corner. Looking back to Herrera at left point. Now it's Caceres. One-handed punch out by Pardo. Brings us to that official's timeout. Boris Pardo tested twice in the early going and coming up with huge saves each time. That was Alex Caceres, set up to go top bins. Pardo wards it away on MASL TV.
All right, yeah, thanks, for sure, I'll be there. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm running by the field right now. You're never gonna guess. Dude, Medina's here. I think he's trading for a comeback to the Sockers.
What are you talking about? Medina? He retired 2 years ago. He's too old, bro.
Oh, dude. You're right, bro. He's too old. Okay, so that barbecue, yeah.
Don't wait for the ring. Call your Cairo today.
Dr. Corey's office, how can we help you?
I got this. Let's get him in.
Okay, sounds good, Mr. Medina. We'll see you shortly.
It's a battle of top teams in the MASL on Friday, February 25th, when the Sockers host the Central Division leading Kansas City Comets for a 7:35 p.m. kickoff. It's a $2 Bud Light Friday night, and all fans will receive a Sockers team poster. Plus, stick around for a special halftime ceremony celebrating San Diego's newest pro soccer team. How about San Diego Wave FC? Get your tickets for the Sockers and Comets by calling 866-799-GOAL or going to sdsockers.com. It's going to be great to see the San Diego NWSL side represented in the building. Can't wait to see the Wave on the 25th. Can't wait to see the folks from Kansas City. A whole lot of great Kansas City connections through these telecasts over the last couple of months. And great to welcome the Comets into the grand old arena on the 25th of February.
You see Alex Caceres just denied by Pardo. He'll take the corner kick here. Off that save, rolls it to Vinny Dantas. Sharp angle, just missed. Squeaking that bad boy inside left post, and the Sockers, for now, escape the threat. Jumping up on the steal, Leonardo de Oliveira. Leo working his way into a sea of white. Stops cold at the midfield stripe. Comes off. Brandon Escoto comes on. Craig Childs now off the floor. Or on the floor, off the bench. Herrera over to Cardenas, and the Sockers possess in their own zone. Here's the one touch in the possession for Boris Pardo. Boris can, of course, serve it deep, and he will to Childs. Childs chests and controls. Rolls it back out. Cardenas. 3:09 left in a rolling clock first quarter. Sockers had the early chances. Tacoma's had the last 3. But no one's put one behind one of these veteran keepers yet. The 37-year-old from Queens, Boris Pardo, getting to make his 9th start. His 8th start of the season. He's missed 3 of the 11 so far. Escoto, Childs, Gonzalez was looking to get on the end of that. And if Childs had dummied it, I think it would have been a goal. Now another try for Juan Gonzalez. In the thicket, back to Escoto, back to Cerda. Cerda's shot blocked by Bader. Sockers wanted a handball, but will be content to maintain possession with under 2.5 in a first quarter that has yet to see any fireworks. Keepers are the story so far.
I'd say some keeper fireworks, some goalkeeping brilliance, but no goals thus far, thanks to, in large part, fine saves from Waltman and Pardo.
Here's Zay Roberto on the run. The 43-year-old Brasileño, not
There you
Año,
go. There you go.
Brasileño. And with some aerial fun, the ball is headed back to Waltman, and we're under 2 minutes in the first now. This is just what Tacoma wants.
Yeah.
Keep the Sockers crowd out of it, keep everything quiet. No Chavos presence like was here last time to drive them crazy with Las Baterías.
Yeah, maybe that was a big part of it too, the great atmosphere.
Look out, a giveaway in the corner by Pinos, trying to dig this loose ball out. It's Naranjo down there. And the foul's called on San Diego. Kevin Naranjo doing well, the West Palm Beach, Florida man, had one game with Milwaukee earlier this year. Previous 2 seasons with Orlando.
Sockers can make their own atmosphere tonight and get the crowd into it, but Tacoma doing a great job. All facets of the game in this first quarter.
Herrera off the wall, one-handed save, rebound wide by Dantas. Pardo saves Ramos. Dantas misses his chance. Off the wall, try again. Roberto kicks it out.
That's another goalkeeping firework for you there, Craig Elston.
Boris Pardo very strong in this opening quarter. He's the only reason it's not 1 or 2-0 Tacoma. Dantas, the ex-Blast power forward. Held off.
I can't see him and not see that Blast logo on the chest.
Oh, the give and go. Charlie settles this one, running the northern wall, sends it back across the red line. Christian Gutierrez. The trailer is Zay. 42 seconds in the quarter. Sockers want some of that patented Sockers magic to change the tenor of the quarter with a last-second goal. Leo, patented. I put in the patent in 2013.
All right.
I don't know if it was accepted, but I'll say that. Jones punts. 23 seconds left. Pardo tips it down for Pino. Quick change. Childs coming on for the last shift of the quarter. Roberto and Leo. Leo, Childs heads toward net into the corner. 10 seconds. It's Zay on the attack. And it's Childs who scores! And open the account for Zay Roberto. He gets the assist on the Wallace scorer. Sockers magic, yes indeed. A goal at 14:51 to make it 1-0.
The patent has now been approved, accepted. Here it is. A little poetry in motion there. History alive for the Sockers, wearing these glorious 80s throwbacks. And there's a player from the 90s, the 2000s, the teens, and into the 2020s. Zay Roberto still logging points in arena soccer as he assists his old pal Craig Childs for 1-0. How about it?
4 seconds left in the quarter. And as Childs has celebrated, the horn sounds to end the first quarter.
Tacoma does all that work for almost the full 15, but they can't keep the clean sheet at the end of the first quarter.
Roberto the assist, Sockers the goal, Childs his 601st career point, and the Sockers lead 1-0. 15 minutes complete second quarter action after this timeout on MASL TV. Sockers outshoot Tacoma in the first quarter 5-3 and get a goal with 9 seconds left in the frame. Craig Childs, his 8th of the year from Zay Roberto in his first game on the floor. 1-0 our score. Let's have a moment for our M2 report. Sockers 2 spending the weekend at Turlock against the Turlock Cal Express. Friday night, a convincing victory, 10-3. Saturday afternoon, nip and tuck. It went to overtime, but SD Sockers 2 prevails by a 5-4 count. So 10-3, 5-4. SD Sockers 2 victorious twice in Turlock. Congratulations to the club. I know Xavier Snare-Williams was part of that trip. Alternating quarters in net, so he played 4 quarters of action. And is right back here for getting home a little after midnight last night from the Central Valley. And is backing up Boris Pardo today. Club switch side. San Diego running left to right across your screens, whether you're watching on your phone, tablet, laptop, or maybe on the big screen. Live, free, in HD. YouTube's MASL TV, your home for every Major Arena Soccer League match all season. All the way to the Ron Newman Cup. Morgan trying for the diagonal pass to Callahan. Callahan battling to get that ball loose. Vinny Dantas came away with it for the Stars, and then unlucky by Holloman to kick that off the side of the penalty glass and out of play.
I just can't get over Xavier Snare-Williams making his way back from Turlock, getting back at midnight, and then he's on the bench as the number 2 this evening.
Here's Morgan. Morgan with a chance. Morgan rolls his man. Kick save, rebound. Goal, Charlie! Escoto spotted Juan Carlos Charlie Gonzalez on the back post. 57 seconds into the second quarter. Sockers on the good foot. They're up 2-0.
And Tacoma's got to be feeling a little heavy right now. Working all that energy in the first quarter, and then Tavoy Morgan almost with a brilliant goal there. Waltman thought he got out of dodge, and Charlie at the back post smacks it home for 2-0. 57 seconds in. For all those chances that the Stars had to go up a goal. Not just get it 0-0 to the end of the first, but actually go up a goal in the first quarter. Just like that, it's 2-0 for San Diego.
And it's Charlie's 7th of the year from Churras. Herrera. That's a save by Pardo, and a brilliant save. We've seen Dantas try that sharp angle. That one was ticketed to get inside the post. No question about it. Pardo just made a plus save, a save that stops a goal for sure, that most keepers would let in. Herrera. Probing across the Kaiser Permanente San Diego logo. KP San Diego, the presenting sponsors of tonight's giveaway scarf, designed by our Jerry Jimenez. What a beautiful design. Here's Herrera off the wall. Ball rolls to the top of the crease. Pino is there, and here's Craig Childs, who got things started for San Diego. You ever noticed the proclivity of Childs to score the first goal? The older he gets. He's a tone setter for this club. Escoto swiveling and sending it back to Pino. And Pino giving a look. Back to Sarah. Cesar has been getting hot the last couple games offensively, has goals in back-to-back games. And I'll say it, one of the most underrated players in the league, Cesar Serra. Charlie Gonzalez. Charlie looking to probe for an open left foot. Now Leo, back to Charlie. Charlie puts it on net. Waltman's there. Inside right post. There's Serra to run it down. The reason I say that, Nate, is because Cesar isn't one of these guys, and San Diego's never been a market that, you know, awards 30 block shots a game the way certain clubs do in this league. And as such, he's never one of the league leaders in shot blocks. He's a point per game player. Oh, Tavoy trying to get on the end of this ambitious pass. And the foul's called in the corner on Aranjo. But what Sarda does is he takes out one of your best players almost every game. Escoto, one touch, shot blocked over the wall by Aranjo. Another corner kick coming.
So many things that don't show up on the stat sheet. It comes to the workload of Cesar Cerda and everything that he offers the Sockers team. Be a great service to any team in this league, without a doubt.
Childs on the left corner kick. Escoto drags the ball, sends it back. It's Charlie. A little space for Charlie, right to left. Moves to the left foot and shoots it over the glass, out of play.
Surprised he didn't take advantage of that little window he had on the right foot. Eventually, went back to the left and high up into the netting. See if Tacoma can get something going here, or if this game takes a similar shape to the one 9 nights ago here in the Grand Old Arena.
Pino and Leo get on the end of that long throw out and distribution by Danny Waltman. But now it's back to DeBray Holloman. And the Stars assemble some possession. Michael Ramos just danced past Pino, comes in the middle, kick save away by Pardo. And the rebound put back into danger. Ford trying to track it down away from Luis Pee Wee Ortega. Ortega gets away from him.
Ramos doing everything but the finish there. A similar play with Charlie for the Sockers in the first quarter.
Yep, and Rojo as well.
I think it was Rojo, actually, the one I was thinking of there, where these shots end up going kind of like the run itself, just right down the middle.
Leo, Pino, can he trigger a counter? He's got runners on each wing. Pino rolls to right wing and missed his pass. It's Pee Wee dragging into the corner. Needed to go to his left there to Christian Gutierrez, who had the unmarked lane. Of course, we can call it from the top row of the north side of the venerable arena. This one shot wide, but now look out! A shot blocked by Rojo, denying Nick Herrera a chance to draw one back. Big block. 3 fouls on Nick Herrera. That was the announcement from our PA announcer, Callan McClurg, down on the floor. So keep an eye on that. Here's a 2v1 down low. Cardenas, and the track back by Dantas, took it off his toe, couldn't get the pass to Morgan. Now here's Tavoy. Tavoy in the middle. It's Juan Gonzalez, point blank save. Waltman. Unbelievable. That looked like an auto goal.
What a save.
Cardenas in the corner, kicked out and stolen. Juan Gonzalez took it away. Manitti tried to pass it out. Sockers play it back and possess. Under 10 in the second quarter. We're 20 minutes into this one, third of the way through the action from San Diego, California. 2-0, the Sockers lead the Tacoma Stars. Escoto. Manitti gets a nice hand check on Churras. Brandon trying to get the ball past Manitti and is called for the foul as a result.
Man, enough of that save from Waltman. His near post coming out. One hand all the way. Miracle save. Waltman's a few fantastic ones already.
This ball won by Charlie Gonzalez. On the angle, Escoto let the ball go through to Gutierrez. He's got a bracketing double team on the wall. Tried to shoot through it. Keats blocked the ball away. In the corner, Escoto jumps in now in support. Brandon got a touch and sends it back to Guerrero Pino. Well earned by Brandon Escoto right there to get possession back for the Sockers. Off the bench is Childs. Past Charlie's touch. Escoto to Childs! And Waltman again! Childs falls like a sack of laundry. And watching from the corner, Fernando Pena says, no, no. Crowd groaning. Chance again. It's still on. It's Charlie to the right foot! Waltman! One-handed parry. He's not at his best every night, but there's still the greatness within Danny Waltman to be the best keeper in the world, as he has been through much of his indoor soccer career. Childs, Herrera, 2 ex-teammates fight for the ball. Nick comes away with a chance for Tacoma. It was materializing for a moment, but Aranjo will play it back. Sockers run for a change without possession. Got to look out.
Not for the change for Tacoma there.
Keats. Now it's Manitti in the corner. Danny Manitti back up top. Holloman with 8:05 left in the second quarter right now. 2-0 San Diego. Holloman over to Ismael De Luna. De Luna trying to get to his right foot. Pino works him into the corner. De Luna back to net. Plays it back up top. Manitti to Ramos. Michael's had a couple chances tonight. Now it's Ford in the middle. Just enough done by Sean Callahan to get that ball away, and it was close.
Yeah, and you see also with Tacoma, when Ramos has the ball, he wants to be able to go downhill, really attack the Sockers defenders. Got to be aware of that. He's got something in the eyes tonight.
Serta gets this ball away under pressure. Cardenas on the northern wall, steps out to the middle of the floor, works it to the left wing. Christian Gutierrez needs a line change. He comes off, Tavoy comes on. Serta sneakily had a very important moment in that possession because remember, Pardo was out of the play. Now an unfortunate touch that skipped up off of Leo's foot and allows a repossession by the Tacoma Stars. Flicked into the defensive midfield. Mitchell Cardenas is there, sends it off the north wall. Morgan down to a knee for a moment, scrambling through a double team, falls, and is called for the foul as he fell. 6:52 in the second quarter. This is where Ron Corey could have whistled for the timeout and chose not to. Nate Abarea now with the Mutombo finger wag says that you don't use it, you should lose it, refs.
You get a 90-second window.
Here's Herrera. Herrera trying to scoop out of the double team. Leo got his foot in there. And the foul called on Nick. If that's on Nick, that's 4. Hang on.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
They gave it to somebody else.
And the Sockers restart. Remember, we did hear down on the floor Nick Herrera with 3 personals already. Here's Childs heading the ball on, but nothing happening in that part of the zone for San Diego. And the Stars will walk it back up. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standings, and in-depth features. Bookmark it. MASLsoccer.com. Here's Leo. Working his way to the middle. Leo rolls it off left wing. It's Rojo, the red hot Juan Manuel. Rojo deflected Juan Gonzalez. Second chance off the frame. Christian Gutierrez lifts it back to the middle. Juan Gonzalez and Vinny Dantas on the aerial challenge. This ball's going to hop, bounce the low wall, and go out of play. And that will bring us to the officials' timeout. 5:59 to play. Second quarter. Sockers with a 2-0 lead. And they almost made it 3. But Danny Waltman, the man of the moment. We're back with more action from San Diego on MASL TV.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We gotcha.
Soccer's Overtime is the weekly podcast covering the Sockers and the MASL. Now airing live in vivo Tuesdays, 5 p.m. on Twitch. You can join host Craig Elston and our pal Jerry Jimenez for the latest game recaps, previews, MASL news, and interviews. Watch the show live, catch the replay on our YouTube channel, or listen to the audio on the podcast presented by 3 Punk Ales Brewing in Chula Vista, California. Subscribe to Soccer's Overtime in your phone's podcast app today. Again, that's Soccer's Overtime. And how about a second shout out to our friends from 3 Punk Ales. Congrats on the big collaboration with Fools Gone Wild. Congratulations on the developing Pistos down in Chula Vista. Much love to 3 Punk. Much love to Jerry Jimenez. Much love to this guy next to me, Craig Elston.
Thank you so much, Nate. Yeah, we're loving live on Soccer's Overtime. Had Xavier Snare Williams on this week. I think we're catching that at halftime. Right, wow. Almost 3-zip.
Not a bad save in the end.
Bader. Manetti. Soccer's pressuring. Got the ball loose. Leo. Escoto. And just past Tavoy Morgan. The idea was there. The ball just not where it needed to be. Morgan holding off a double team, trying to kick through it. Roll to the edge. Waltman had to slide tackle the ball out of harm's way for the moment. Charlie now in the blender. Megson trying to steal it from him 1v1, and we get the whistle for the tug on Superman's cape.
Megson likes to little handsy down there.
Brandon Escoto. Now to the far wall. Gentle roll pass to Escoto from Zay.
I can't get enough watching 77 down there for Tacoma. He will keep you within arm's reach, like a good defender should.
Childs.
It's every time.
Escoto working his way in. Pino stepped up. That pass wasn't intended for him, but he took it anyway. Now Charlie looking for Zay, and the header is wide.
What a story that would have been.
Sockers are trying to get Zay's name up in lights. You can see it. That's 2 chances already. Childs, Charlie back to Childs. Off the wall, looking for Charlie. He got a touch on it, but Bader able to keep it away. 4.5 and a little less than that now in the second quarter. Sockers methodically leading 2-0. Herrera wants to change the tenor of things right now. He's on the left low post, dragging to the right foot from his seat. Zay Roberto took it away for a moment. DeBray now to DeLuna on the right wing. DeLuna lines one up, and it's off Pardo's hands and in the net. And after a lot of great saves from Boris Pardo, that's one he absolutely wants back. It's 2-1.
What I was going to say as we approach 4 minutes left here in the second quarter, it's maybe a tad too early to say next goal's huge as we're still in the first half here, but with the way this game's gone, that's a big break for Tacoma there. Take nothing away from the pace of the shot itself. Right foot on the right wing. And Ramos, Pardo, certainly going to feel like he should have kept that one out.
That's DeLuna's first point of the year in 8 matches.
DeLuna, I beg your pardon. Said Ramos on that shot. Right-footed DeLuna. Pardo, regardless of who shot it for Tacoma, it's going to feel like he should have kept that one out.
DeBray gets the assist. Morgan wants to get it right back to the right foot. Dancing his way in. Tavoy's shot blocked by DeBray Holloman off the wall. Pee-wee, sharp angle. There's Waltman.
And there's Waltman with the ball in his hand, somehow, someway. I talk all the time about great comic book characters in this league. Danny Waltman living up to the reputation this evening.
Serra and Gutierrez. Serra plays it back. Mitchell Cardenas. 3:20 left in the second quarter. All of a sudden, this quarter is a lot less promising than it used to be. Sockers want one back here to change things. Here's Serra to the middle. Left-footed shot. Waltman gets down to that right hip. Serra trying to fool him by going with the off foot. Wrong one, headed by Leo. That ball got to Cristian in the midfield. Well done. Serra keeps possession alive through Guerrero Pino. Over 12 minutes complete in this second quarter now. It's Leo. Leo, Charlie. Leonardo, 4 assists last game. Yet to mark tonight. Childs off the wall looking for Pino. Megson kept him away. The hands and a hip that time put to good use. And along the north wall, picked up by Logan Jones. And Tacoma back with the ball, looking to equalize. A nice steal by Cardenas, working with Rojo, trying for a 3v2. Rojo, as Childs was asking for it, Rojo dribbled himself into a turnover. Tries to get it back, kicks the ball loose into the corner. Waltman is there. Waltman's under pressure, bends it to Herrera. What
Nice
a great outlet to have.
That chest trap down there actually turns into a first touch pass there from Nick Herrera. Lovely stuff.
Kevin Naranjo to Herrera. Nick off the glass, trying to refeed. Lovely settle down by Charlie there. Pino with a burst. Juan Carlos Charlie Gonzalez, 7th goal of the year. That got this quarter started 57 seconds in. But Ismael DeLuna off the hands of Pardo at 10:54 to make it 2-1. And we're down to the final 90 seconds of the second quarter. Pardo, prior to that one mistake, had been maybe the sharpest we'd seen him all year. Here's Zezou, back to Pino. And of course, all keepers need to have that Ted Lasso mentality to be a goldfish. Let it go. Forget about it. Hey, forget about it. Flush it. Working our way to minute 30, which is now live from Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Tavoy jumps off the bench. Little step over move. Can the Sockers get another late goal? The attempted pass in by Pino was the wrong idea, and it sent
Tacoma.
Ramos out. Here's Ramos, 1v1. Ramos shoots wide, and missing the attempt on the far post rebound was Ford. And now here's another chance as the long ball gets its way to Morgan. Defense got back. Morgan shoots high off frame. Brought down. Pino kicked away. Defensive clearance or a corner kick. One of those two calls is coming right now.
Corner for San Diego. End to end. Fun stuff. Big chances for both teams.
32 seconds.
It's a leverage moment right here.
Oh, top of the arc. It's Churtas just wide. Childs now digs it out, tried to fool him on the short post. He missed by 3 inches.
Leverage right now. It might just end right in between as we head into the second half. We shall see.
Giles knocked that down for a second. Back to Debray, under 10 seconds to go in the second quarter with Dantas up top. This ball's headed, looking for him. Serta, though, right there at the right time to keep this one at 2-1 going to the half.
Fun game. Good one.
Each team marks once in the second quarter. Charlie Gonzalez early from Moscoto at 57 seconds to make it 2-0. And then DeLuna late from Holloman at 10:54 to put the Stars on the board. San Diego outshot Tacoma 10-4 in that second quarter and 15-7 for the first half. But throw out those numbers, they're beyond meaningless. The scoreline is a scant 2-1 in favor of the San Diego Sockers. Soccer squad is out on the floor, throwing some T-shirts out to the fans, and we'll be waiting to hear from head coach Phil Salvaggio down on the floor with our Melissa May. He's heading over to the broadcast position momentarily. Again, if you joined us late, Zay Roberto playing tonight his first time on the floor, and he did pick up an assist on the game's opening goal. Craig Childs from Zay Roberto at 14:51 of the first quarter. So a late first quarter goal, an early second quarter goal for San Diego. Nothing else. 2-1 the score. Let's go down to the floor. Melissa May with Phil Salvaggio.
Coach Salvaggio, you had a solid week off to practice and relax. What was your game plan in that week, and has it been playing out in the game so far?
Well, we were just trying to recoup after a 5-game, week, and it was really hard on our body. So we're we're a little sluggish today, but hopefully it comes around. We needed to get a goal here.
The starting lineup was adjusted a little bit with your veterans, Zay Roberto, getting the start tonight. What prompted that decision?
Well, as he's been here for a long time, he's deserved it. He's had a great practice. Even though he's 42, he's a machine.
Age is just a number. Now, the Sockers have 14 shots on goal, so there's no lack of shots. How do you transition those shots on goals to goals?
Well, Danny's got to let a couple in, man.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, Melissa. Danny Waltman probably was the man of the match in the first half, denying 3 or 4 great Sockers scoring chances. 2-1. The Sockers, who have won 6 in a row, trying to build through that winning streak, but the Stars are proving to be tough customers on the road tonight. Tacoma playing the first of back-to-backs. They will be tomorrow at Toyota Arena in Ontario. That does it for the first half. Halftime show is coming up next. Give you a chance to meet Xavier Snare-Williams, bring you the highlights of the first half, get you ready for third quarter action. 2-1, it's the Sockers with the lead, and this is the Major Arena Soccer League on MASL TV.
All right, yeah, thanks, for sure, I'll be there. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm running by the field right now. You're never gonna guess. Dude, Medina's here. I think he's training for a comeback to the Sockers.
What are you talking about? Medina? He retired 2 years ago. He's too old, bro.
Oh, dude. You're right, bro. He's too old. Okay, so that barbecue, yeah.
Don't wait for the ring. Call your Cairo today.
Dr. Corey's office, how can we help you?
I got this. Let's get him in.
Okay, sounds good, Mr. Medina. We'll see you shortly.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life. Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
Let's welcome onto the show a young man who did get his first start on Friday, then got his second start on Sunday, got his first 2 wins in the MASL, got his first MASL assist, and is MASL Defensive Player of the Week. How about that for a first week for Xavier Snare Williams, our guest now live on Soccer's Overtime.
Hey, guys.
Xavier, Greg, and Jerry here. Thank you so much for the time, my friend. Well, we've got so much to get to about that game and about the whole weekend, Xavier, but it's your first time here on Soccer's Overtime, first kind of long form. You know, we've gotten you for a couple post-match interviews, but first chance to do a little bit of long form with you. So I thought let's kind of go back to where it all started. Let's tell us about growing up in Oceanside, how you first connected to the game of soccer.
It's a funny story, to be honest. I started playing soccer because my mom wouldn't let me play football. So that was like the kind of start of like getting into soccer and like trying to find other sports too. I tried baseball and t-ball for a little bit, but I absolutely hated it. It was so boring. I was picking the grass on outfield, like waiting for the ball to get hit. So then finally like going in and like finding soccer as my love, that's where like I really stuck to it because there's always action in soccer. Like you're never waiting. So growing up, played for Oceanside Breakers for a little bit. That was my first club. Then moved to Carlsbad United, which turned to LA Galaxy San Diego, which is, I want to say now it's like City SC, but did that, learned a lot, had like amazing coach. Never forget him. His name's Coach Ian. He taught me so much about like character and like being like really humble with the game and so many things. And then, yeah, everything just kind of just rolled.
So by being a member of the U.S. men's beach soccer team, that means obviously you had an opportunity to be teammates with Nick Pereira and with Chris Toth, who have been stalwarts on that team for several years. Was that the first time that you ever heard about the MASL?
Sort of. Like I would say specifically the MASL, yes. However, I did because I played in when I was 17, 18, so senior year of high school, I got to play in the Oceanside Beach tournament in the pro bracket with a young team from my same high school that had been dominating the adult leagues and everything. So like, hey, let's put this young team in and see how they do. And so we played Go Beach. And I don't know if you guys have heard of that team because Nick and Toth played for it. And I want to say Mike Palmerin, if you've heard of him. They all play. Yeah, exactly. They all played on that team. And it was like a super team for that tournament. And I was asking like, who are these like two guys? They're like, oh, they play on the national team and they play professional indoor. So that was like the first kind of like rolling ball of hearing about indoor. But it wasn't until we went on that trip to Russia for the World Cup this year, 2021, where they're like, hey, you guys need to try out for like an indoor team and keep playing and stuff like that. So that was when the first time I'm like, okay, this is what the MASL is.
And that leads you to the Soccer's tryout camp.
Yeah. It literally because they were like, you guys need to play more soccer and you need to do something. And it was like, play indoor. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, let's try out. And I was like, as I knew Toth did it and I was asking him about it, he's like, yeah, go on the website, register, and then just try out. And I was like, all right. And so I did that. And I'd never, honestly, I did not think I would be in the position I am today.
Unbelievable. Jerry, think about this, man. This is such a success story for the Soccer's Open tryout program, because previous to this, I want to say, I mean, we've had a handful of guys that have come from tryout to Soccer's 2 and eventually gotten like a taste on Soccer's 1. You know, Sean Callahan is a current example. Eli Galbraith-Knapp in the past was an example of that. But Xavier, you got a chance. And I mean, hey, look, right place, right time always matters, doesn't it? Because you came to a club that really didn't have a second keeper.
I did not know that. It was really like, it was crazy how, like you said, it's about timing. It was like right place, right time. And it was insane too, because I was originally going to try out at the October one, but then my sister's birthday was it. So we went, we ended up going to Mexico. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just miss this one. I'll go to the next one so I could still celebrate my sister's birthday. And it was crazy that because I tried out at the November one, everything fell into line.
So, I mean, you go into the Tacoma match. How quickly did you have to get into that mentality of, all right, here we go. This is my first start. Was that something that you were thinking about? Like, oh gosh, I better show up? Or was it just, I'm going to do the best I can? Like, what was your mentality going into this Tacoma match?
The thing I kept reminding myself, and like my big 3 things that like I like keep in my head is, the first one is like, God trusted me, so I have to trust in God. Myself trust in me, so I have to trust in myself. And then my team trusts in me, so I have to trust in my team. So like those are like the big 3 things I just keep repeating. And then also I was like, I have nothing to lose. Like I have this amazing opportunity to start as a literal rookie, like rookie, like capital ROOKIE rookie. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and do my best. And then after the first save from Dantes, it was like, okay, it's on. Let's go. And then a cool thing too was I'm happy that Tacoma came first, because since I play with Nick on beach, it's like, I'm not letting you score, because when we have camp again, I want to have bragging rights. So it was like, that's what I was like. So it was just like that perfect, everything like lined up so perfect. And that's why I was like, that game was so fun. And I shut out Nick. I hope he sees this. Love you, Nick Herrera, but I got you.
And let's bring you some first half highlights now from Pechanga Arena, San Diego. And it was a great start for both goalkeepers. Boris Pardo tested early and brilliant one-handed save, denying Alex Caceres from a straightaway shot up the middle. Pardo's work was far from over, as he had a point-blank near-post save on Michael Ramos right there. And back at it with Nick Pereira back heeling to Vinny Dantas, and a lovely stop as that one was ticketed for inside the right post. Danny Waltman just as good, if not better, denying Craig Childs with the right foot right there. Childs goes down, no call, none warranted. Moments later, Tavoy Morgan to Juan Gonzalez, the one-handed save by Waltman. Pure reaction with the right paw, and then maybe the best of them all right here as Charlie Gonzalez got loose, wrong-footed, over his shoulder. Waltman the one-handed save. Sockers get on the board in the final minute of the first quarter. Zay Roberto off the wall to Craig Childs, just like they've been doing it for 13 years together in San Diego. 1-0 in the first minute of the second quarter. Zay brought the ball in to Tavoy Morgan, found himself open. This shot blocked by Waltman, but then Escoto gets it to Juan Carlos Charlie Gonzalez for the goal in the 2-0 lead. However, Tacoma gets one back, and it's one Boris Pardo would like to have back. Off his hand, served into the net. Ishmael De Luna, his first goal of the season. 2-1 the score. We're back with the third quarter next on MASL TV.
The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the fino thing singular.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
All right, yeah, thanks, for sure, I'll be there. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm running by the field right now. You're never gonna guess. Dude, Medina's here. I think he's training for a comeback to the Sockers.
What are you talking about? Medina? He retired 2 years ago. He's too old, bro.
Oh, dude. You're right, bro. He's too old. Okay, so that barbecue, yeah.
Don't wait for the ring. Call your Cairo today.
Dr. Corey's office, how can we help you?
I got this. Let's get him in.
Okay, sounds good, Mr. Medina. We'll see you shortly.
Second half getting ready to start here from Pechanga Arena, San Diego. The San Diego Sockers leading the Tacoma Stars 2-1. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, MASL Arena on Twitter. And don't forget, MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the league each week. Catch the latest episode each Wednesday on MASL TV with Alex Baschevensky, your host. Craig Elston, Melissa May, the TVX video crew, and with the third quarter play-by-play, here's Nate Abarea.
Thank you very much, Craig. Sockers 2, Stars 1. Sockers looking to change that straight away, and the star of that first 30 minutes appears to be, thus far, after 20 seconds, the star of the second half as well. Danny Waltman, vintage form in the first half in goal for the visitors in white, orange, and blue from the great Pacific Northwest. The man from Spanish Town, Jamaica, trying to slide one past with the left foot. And Danny Waltman continues the fine form, goes down to his left and makes the save.
10 of 12 saves now for Danny Waltman.
Player we focused on in the build-up to this game, Michael Ramos. Michael Ramos shoots, spill from Pardo, awkward one. Leonardo de Oliveira off the boards. Up to Cerda. Cerda still fighting for it. Still Cerda off the wall. Ray Holloman to Nick Herrera. Would love to see that end-to-end flavor that we had a bit of in that first half continue here in this third quarter. And hey, why not get greedy? Why not carry it all the way into the fourth? If you're a neutral watching this thing, I'm sure you're hoping for the same. Tacoma looking to tie the score, and the fine goalkeeping continues in this game as Pardo stops it from point-blank range.
Just a terrible change by the Sockers, conceding a 2v1.
Yeah. Innovative to get that one out, to say the least there. And Gutierrez tucked into his own corner. Dantas and Guerrero Pino. Two strong men going toe-to-toe. Nick Herrera, a couple of soul rolls. Shot goes wide. Far left side, just down by a man who scored a brace in a 9-3 defeat 9 days ago. Corey Keats, 2 goals from a grand total of about 2.5 yards. They count just the same. Here's Ramos. Oh, kind of scuffed his shot there, Craig. And there is, on the spot, just as we talk about it, Corey Keats from close range. And it's 2-2 from 2-0 down. Tacoma have fought back and made it 2-2. And Keats, who scored those 2 close-range finishes in the 9-3 loss, now scores a close-range equalizer, and it was a challenging finish as well in traffic.
I can hear the cheers up at the I-15 from Ontario right now as Tacoma rallies with 2 straight to even this one. And honestly, the Sockers have come out of the halftime locker room as flat as a pancake that didn't get enough of the pancake batter. You know, maybe a little bit too much water Very thin, runny pancake. That's as flat as the Sockers are to start this quarter. They should have given up 2 goals already, but they've given up 1.
A thin, runny pancake. 12:20 left here on a running clock in the third quarter. Credit where credit's due. Despite the flat qualities of the Sockers of late in this game, Tacoma could come back from 2-0 down to tie this game on the road on a Sunday night against I don't want to say extremely favored opponent, but certainly a favored opponent, one that beat them handily by 6 goals 9 nights ago. This is a different Tacoma effort than the one that we saw 9 nights ago. Posed that question in the opening, talked about it a couple of times in the first half. Tacoma answering that question. Choras posing a few questions to the whole arena. Some groans of disappointment come, I was going to say from the stands, but hell, now they're coming just from the commentary gantry, Craig.
I mean, that was excessive. Terrible pass here. Can the Sockers take advantage?
Can they take advantage? Danny Waltman says no. Leonardo de Oliveira trying to blast to the near post. Danny Waltman says no need to wait for the Super Bowl. Huck and Hail Marys down the field. Maybe not the wisest decision from Waltman as it turns into an instant chance for San Diego. Cerda scuffed the shot, came way across his body. Couldn't control it and direct it towards goal. Here's Ramos. About Ramos loving to go downhill. Ooh, Guerrero Pino called for the foul. He feels it was a bit ticky-tack, but Tacoma relieved to hear the whistle. 10:54 left on the third quarter clock. Ramos limping over to the bench. That not a good sign for Tacoma.
It looked like the right calf. Let's hope he's okay. He doesn't ask for attention from Mike Jennings, so hopefully Ramos will be back.
Hopefully just needs a minute, indeed. It's been good for this game. Entertaining contest. Currently tied 2 apiece. Sockers went 1-0, 2-0 in the second quarter. Tacoma made it 2-1 before halftime. As you just saw, doing what he seems to love doing more than anything, scoring close-range goals at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Corey Keats tied the score at 2 as we approach 5 minutes gone here in this third of 4 quarters on a Sunday night by the Frontera. Ramos. To Caceres. The new faces on. You have a pesky Alex Megson out there. Megson trying to make some noise offensively. Been quite the defensive presence. Bit of a nuisance to some San Diego players tonight. Here he is trying to again contribute in the attacking third. Megson trying to show himself for the pass there, but never came. Megson back to the bench. Herrera back into the game for Tacoma. The leader, very much so, of this Tacoma team. Player you always look for. Recognizable faces in the Arena Soccer League. Another one right here in the form of Dantas. Vinny Dantas off the glass high. It comes back to Herrera, tucked in the corner. Tacoma's number 10. A couple of soul rolls faced up with Leo. You see those two just play one-on-one sometime. Little classic, old school Cantona commercial cage court. 1v1. Nick Herrera, Leonardo de Oliveira.
That would be something. You know, Nick playing midfield instead of his traditional forward position here, allowing he and Dantas to be on the floor at the same time.
Holloman defending Tavoy Morgan. Lovely back to goal play from Tavoy Morgan. Charlie stumbling over the ball there. Juan Carlos Charlie Gonzalez gets it back under control. Plays it over to Cardenas. Tavoy Morgan. Escoto, 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 still Escoto, still Escoto, still Escoto. Shot scuffed well wide. Zay Roberto. Passed through the legs of Dantas. Crafty. Tavoy Morgan. Tavoy Morgan. Ball poked away. San Diego, the first real bit of sustained possession in the final third. Here they come again. Charlie to Tavoy. It creeps right under the foot of Tavoy Morgan. He fights back, gets another chance. Danny Waltman collects. Danny Waltman, what a game. He's had in orange for the visitors from Tacoma.
Once a year, Danny comes in here, and if he doesn't steal one, he does everything but. And tonight's that night. This is Danny's night. He's on fire. Now he's in trouble.
His teammates not doing him any favors there. And he can't be played again here. Herrera smartly gets it out. The feet of the man who got Tacoma back into this game, Ismael De Luna. Pardo on the outer limits of the goal area there. Testing the boundaries. Childs spins, shoots, Childs scores. Goal! San Diego, Craig Childs with his second of the night to give the Sockers a 3-2 lead with 7:12 left here in the third quarter.
And look at the veteran savvy of Craig Childs, letting the ball do the work. He let that ball travel in front of him to go to the off foot, the left foot. And by doing so, he denied Danny Waltman a chance to truly set up defensively right there. The one-touch play, letting that ball carry forward, the patience for Craig Childs to score his second of the night, 9th of the year, as Scotto gets the assist. Sockers have a 3-2 lead.
Childs with the brace, the Sockers back ahead. 7:12 left here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break on MASL TV. Stay tuned. Back inside the grand old arena, Pechanga Arena, San Diego. The Sockers, after surrendering a 2-goal lead. Tacoma spotted the Sockers a 2-0 advantage. Came back to make it 2-all. And the captain, the leader of this Sockers team, Craig Childs, moments ago, a spinning shot. The ball rolling forward towards the net. Beat Danny Waltman, the low shot with his left foot. To hear that's confirmed on the PA here at the Grand Old Arena.
Craig! Thank you.
And here is Nick Herrera looking for an instant response to his old homie Craig Childs. He's going to draw a foul, and Tacoma are going to have a set piece from a real intriguing angle here, I got to say. Especially for a right footer, if they can work something to get a shot to that far post.
And they got the lefty Caceres wide open on right wing. Sockers need to be aware, because Herrera is definitely aware.
I wasn't surprised to see Herrera just shoot there. Just couldn't keep it on frame. I like that angle on the left side. Chance to bend one with that right foot to the far post. The old postage stamp attempt from Nick Herrera. Couldn't make it stick. Zay Roberto with the steal and the lovely back heel. But unfortunately, Pee Wee Ortega has it taken off his feet by Ramos. Dantas. Every time I see him, Tacoma fans might get tired of hearing us refer to Dantas as the former Baltimore Blast player. He was part of so many memorable, iconic Baltimore teams. The most recent dynasty in arena soccer. Dantas still doing his thing, contributing for Tacoma here in 2022. That 2-8 on the back. These ever nostalgic Tacoma kits, but the Soccer's not to be outdone when it comes to nostalgia in the form of a football kit this evening. One of my favorites, the Soccer's long sleeve yellow 1984 throwbacks. Nick Herrera going to turn back the clock with a swivel and shoot of his own. Still got that electricity in the locker. Nick Herrera, how much energy does he have in the tank? How much energy does this Tacoma team have in the tank? Next goal, a big one. Restore a 2-goal lead for San Diego, or be a tie game and very much momentum on the side of the visitors. Clawed back and have most certainly made a game of this, and credit to the Tacoma Stars. I'm going to say the bar was rather low after the effort that they gave 9 nights ago. This has been an entirely different team tonight. A fine product as far as for you out there watching on MASL TV, wherever and however you got this thing dialed in on your phones, tablets, or as Craig said back in the first half, hopefully on the big screen. Go big on a Sunday night. Nate Abarea and Craig Elston here with you live from San Diego. Danny Waltman nearly hits the Jumbotron, hovering over midfield. High bounce off the high glass. Gutierrez tries to poke out wide. Herrera across the Kaiser Permanente logos. We dip past 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Herrera just tried to do a little too much there. Got past one, almost got past two, and then the ball just drifted away from those graceful feet of his. Pee-wee to Rojo. Rojo, I was going to say, be fortunate to get a call there, and indeed he didn't. Ramos, an awkward position there as he's waiting for the line change, and now he and Escoto are going at it. Escoto was tugging at him. Ramos lucky to not get called for the retaliatory reach there. Not going to call it a punch, but certainly a little reach out at Escoto. And the initial foul goes against Churras, much to the chagrin of the Tijuanense, number 19. Tacoma fighting back in this game, making their fans watching back up in the great state of Washington. At least prouder than they thought they'd be after the way this game started, the 2-0 lead that the Sockers jumped out to. A lot of time in this game. Craig Childs looking for a hat trick. Craig Childs cracks one. I think that hit the post.
It did.
It beat Danny Waltman, but Waltman saved by the red upright friend. Dantas barreling into a couple of Sockers players. Another Brasileño out there this evening on a night. San Diego very much celebrating. Great friend of the community, great champion of the San Diego Sockers, and a proud Brasileño. Number 8, Zay Roberto. This could very well be the last hurrah for Zay, as he's hung around very much as a reserve over the last few seasons for this Sockers team. Making a few cameos here and there. Here's Cerda, shot blocked. Will this be the final cameo for Zay Roberto? Say cameo, he got an assist in the opening goal to his old pal Craig Childs. Leonardo de Oliveira. That one's scuffed. It goes wide.
It's got to be a foul. Yeah, Craig Childs was getting shoved off ball. That was his goal right there, Nate. They were playing Childs to the back post, and Childs got pushed off of that play. See it on the replay right there, the hold, the arm around on Holloman. And that could have been, I mean, that's denying a scoring chance, but they'll go top of the arc here.
Well, here's your scoring chance. Charlie, Gonzalez, Childs, just high, may have hit the bar. He's seeing red, he's hitting red. Leonardo de Oliveira, lovely little soul roll back to Juan Carlos Gonzalez.
And there's Childs with a retaliatory push of Caceres in the box. Oh, I thought these were allowed, he said to Ron Corey.
Few choice words between Childs and Caceres. Colombiano number 7 for Tacoma. We'll look at it here. Well, we just missed at the end.
Yeah.
On the replay there, what actually happened from Childs dishing the shove back. Took a piece of ingenuity. A hard-paced, low shot with the left foot to beat Danny Waltman. Waltman, does this one bounce high up and over the glass? To beat Waltman here in the third quarter, that's what it took. Craig Childs with his second goal of the game. Waltman, so many highlight reel saves in that second quarter. Just say the comic book continues with Danny Waltman. Just when you think the series is over, crafts a new page. New birds, new gloves, new saves. Danny Waltman's got it all. Always developing Waltman into his 40s now. Still out there looking like a youngster. Entertaining the people. Fine goalkeeping.
And you know,
Sockers have the lead right now, Craig.
Some nights he doesn't have it, but tonight he's got it.
Here's Tavoy. Here's Rojo. This one just wide.
Wow.
Rojo. Craig Elston beating himself up here on the broadcast gantry.
Kind of needed to be a goal right there, and Rojo took that extra touch that allowed Waltman to get back in position.
Waltman willed it wide there. That was the Danny Waltman matrix. The Waltman shining, depending on how you look at it.
Soccer's magic time?
Well, they have the patent, as we talked about in the first quarter. There's the foul against Escoto. 42.7 seconds on the third quarter clock. Soccer's 3, Tacoma Stars 2. The Retro Sunday here in San Diego. Soccer's gonna put on their boogie shoes. Look for a little of that Soccer's magic. Zay Roberto. Trying to find his fellow Brazilian Leonardo de Oliveira. Instead, the ball finds Nick Herrera, who looks to find Ramos on the outlet. Ramos kind of pump fakes with the shot. Still on it, Ramos. Ramos tries to get over to Nick Herrera. Lovely control from Herrera, but he gets knocked off it. So here's Escoto. Here's Tavoy Morgan. Still Tavoy Morgan, knocked off by Holloman. Back to Waltman. Not an easy one for Danny there. He does just enough to bang it out of dodge. And comes Leo to Charlie, cross the red line, back post. Oh, it's right through the feet of Guerrero Pino. Pino at the doorstep, another chance for Guerrero. Acrobatically puts that one into the defender. And it remains a 3-2 game. An intriguing fourth quarter to come. Don't go anywhere. MASL TV, the place to be for some Sunday night entertainment. The Major Arena Soccer League. San Diego 3, Tacoma 2 after 45 minutes here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Back with the final 15 after this.
Yeah, thanks, for sure, I'll be there. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm running by the field right now. You're never gonna guess. Dude, Medina's here. I think he's training for a comeback to the Sockers.
What are you talking about? Medina? He retired 2 years ago. He's too old, bro.
Oh, dude. You're right, bro. He's too old. Okay, so that barbecue, yeah.
Don't wait for the ring. Call your Cairo today.
Dr. Corey's office, how can we help you?
I got this. Let's get him in.
Okay, sounds good, Mr. Medina. We'll see you shortly.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
Welcome back inside at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. One more look at this close range miss there for the Sockers. Went almost, I think, in that last look there. may have been heading for the post anyway, but actually made contact with the head of Tavoy Morgan. So it was Rojo, then to the hair of Tavoy Morgan, and then off the post. Either way, the Sockers unable to capitalize and retain a 2-goal advantage. They led 2-0 in this game. Tacoma fought back valiantly to tie the score at 2. Craig Childs with his second goal of the game. A little over midway through that third quarter. Make it 3-2 San Diego. That is where we stand right now as the fourth quarter approaches. And on February 25th, it's a battle of top teams in the MASL. Friday, February 25th, Sockers hosting Central Division leading Kansas City Comets for a 7:35 kickoff. $2 Bud Light Friday night. Those never get old. And all fans will receive a Sockers team poster. Plus, stick around for special halftime ceremony celebrating San Diego's newest pro soccer team, the NWSL San Diego Wave FC. Get your tickets for the Sockers and the Kansas City Comets by calling 866-799-GOAL. That's 799-GOAL. Or go to sdsoccers.com. Neda Barea, Melissa May, and the rest of our fantastic TVX crew here with you at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, a Sunday night on the Frontera here in SD. And here for the fourth quarter, I give you with great pleasure my friend Craig Elston.
And it's a quick distribution by Herrera to Ramos in the corner, off the wall, tipped, knocked down, Keats, backdoor, goal! And we are tied at 3, 10 seconds into the fourth quarter as the Sockers once again come out and see Tacoma roll right down the floor. Which team's got the edge tonight? It's the visitors for sure, Nate.
The momentum on the side of the visitors right here. Keats thought he was going to have another brace in San Diego. Fortunate finish in the end of it as Keats scuffed it. Logan Jones, right man in the right place at the right time. The second Tacoma goal tonight that sees Boris Pardo get some pretty serious contact to it before it goes into the net. That one not at all to be blamed on Pardo. It's a difficult one, and Tacoma will take it however they can get him.
We brought him to the wrong game, Nate. It's time to bring out Admiral Akbar. This was the trap game for San Diego, and there's just no question about it. Playing 5 matches in 10 days, 3-5, the Sockers couldn't help but keep their level of sharpness. But they have taken this last week casually at training, trying to recover legs, trying to recover health, and they have not recovered their sharpness. This is the worst the Sockers have played all season long, and there's just no question about it. The question is, will it be punished with a home loss? The only time the Sockers have fallen this year, it came in overtime, it came here, and it came against the Ontario Fury. This is the halfway point of the home schedule for San Diego. They're 4-1 at home, but tonight, through 45 minutes and now 46 just about, the Sockers playing without energy, without passion, and without any sharpness whatsoever. And the Stars are here to play. Tonight's game is very much in doubt. Ontario starting the night just 6 points back with a game in hand. The Sockers have the game in hand. They're using it right now. So this a delightful result so far for the rivals from the Inland Empire. They are praying for this one to finish off the way of the Stars, and then Ontario hosting Tacoma tomorrow with a chance, as Caceres bends this one over the glass, to get within 1 game and 3 points of San Diego in the standings. All of that in play, but there's 13:34 to go between here and there. The question is, can the Sockers, like a great NBA team that decided to mail it in for 3 quarters, can they come up with the fourth quarter that they need?
I think San Diego's mailed it in this evening by any stretch. I'd say it's been a poor performance by their high standards thus far, but I give credit to Tacoma for fighting back in this game, for showing a different side of them. You talk about mailing it in 9 nights ago. That's what you're thinking about Tacoma, and they've showed a different side of themselves.
Yeah, you're right.
Credit to the visitors for making a game of this. And you say it's been in doubt. It's very much up for grabs right now for either side.
And Pino coming away with the chest down steal. It's 3v2. And Dantas, the man in the middle, takes it all away.
And Dantas defending Pino. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Holloman and the Stars.
Dantas has been watching Pino defend him so well in these last couple of games. He said, all right, I've learned a thing or two from you.
Almost feel like San Diego's going to need to fall behind in order to
Just
really
to wake up?
Yeah, in order to really get the engine going. And here's that chance right here. Pardo able to grab it away from the on-rushing Alex Megson. He throws it out, and Leo, who has been shut out tonight, battling on the wall. A lot of the Soccer's regular scorers are looking up at zeros right now. Leonardo de Oliveira, no goals, no assists. Juan Manuel Rojo, no goals, no assists. Christian Gutierrez, no goals, no assists. Tavoy Morgan, no goals, no assists. An 8-match goal scoring streak is very much in doubt right now. Herrera, lovely footwork. Pee-wee gets a touch in there, and now the whistle and the foul called on Ramos.
Zay Roberto, no goals, 1 assist.
1 assist, indeed.
Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, guys who you don't count on for scoring for Tacoma have all their goals. Ishmael De Luna, his first goal of the season, first point of the season. Logan Jones just got his 3rd goal, and Corey Keats has his 3rd goal, all 3 against San Diego.
In this building, I was going to say, when Corey Keats is in the Grand Old Arena. Talk about the nostalgia flowing. Thinks it's 1992. In the 80s, he's got Preki on his team. Keats shows up to play when he's here in SD.
This is the 26th MASL meeting between the Sockers and Stars. San Diego is 21-4. Look at this ball through. It was Leo trying to feed Rojo.
Like the idea.
Waltman was there to gobble it up. Now the Sockers show a little bit of pressure. 11:18 to play in a tie match, 3-3. Caceres holding off Charlie. Rojo shows the pressure. Now it's Jones. Again, Waltman's out of this play now. But that ball got north to Dantas. Well done. Leo brings it out. Morgan brings it out. Tavoy Morgan in the middle. Rolling Rojo. Rojo back post. He was trying to feed Charlie. Good idea. Kicked out of there by Caceres. 4 minutes done in the 4th quarter.
Good stuff defending the space there by Caceres. Defended the space, and he was in the exact right spot to clear that thing out.
Here's Serra. And that ball gets past both the defender and the intended target, Childs, and it finds its way to Danny Waltman. This game's in Waltman's hands to steal now. The 3-3 match. Waltman has been tremendous tonight. The Sockers have had some point-blank chances that Waltman took away. They've had some point-blank chances that they missed on. And Keats will get things restarted for the Stars just behind the white line. And an errant touch, Pee-wee over to Christian Gutierrez off the head of Serra, but too far for Escoto to run down. Herrera's got it. 5 out of 6 complete here. 50 minutes done. Here's the steal. It's Cardenas. Left wing. It's Pee-wee. Pee-wee with a step. Pee-wee marked too close by Bader. Squirts it across. It's Gutierrez. Gutierrez could not get the right foot loose. Good defense by the Stars. Escoto. Gutierrez. Now Serra. And San Diego probing, trying to unlock this 3-3 match. Escoto works it over to Serra. Excellent defense by Tacoma, not allowing the Sockers any room to pass or to run. As the foul called at mid-floor. Ramos on Serra, off ball.
It's one of those games right here where a pinpoint who the difference maker is going to be, but when you read out that score sheet from earlier, the players have been involved. I have no clue who's going to be the difference maker. I like it. Who's going to be the surprise character here in this 4th quarter to pop up and win this thing for either side? We shall see.
Morgan, Pino, Zay. Zay playing up top, rolls into a shot, trying to hustle for the rebound as well. And it is Herrera able to take it away. Back to Bray Holloman. San Diego State graduate, former Ontario Fury, sends a curving distribution forward. Dantas trying to track it down. Churras in the corner, giving up about 100 pounds and getting called for the foul.
Bray Holloman still doing his thing. Lovely to see his career continue for the Forever Aztec. We're calling to Bray Holloman in the PDL with SoCal Surf SC back in 2017 here in the Arena Soccer League. Major Arena Soccer League here in 2022. Always lovely to see him back in San Diego, the former SDSU man.
Unlucky hop there for the Sockers. Now Rojo is in trouble. Rojo stands on it, works inches away from his own goal mouth, and sends Juan Gonzalez forward. Danny Waltman kicks this one, going for goal at the red line. Pino smacks it off the wall.
One way to do it. One way to do it.
Another player the Sockers are without today is Felipe Gonzalez, who's been dealing with a balky hamstring. Juan Gonzalez trying to send it to Juan Manuel Rojo, and that's off of Rojo's hand for the handball. Time match with under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And now, anything you had to say about the Sockers' talent level over at Tacoma, you can throw that out the window. This is just going to come down to who wants it more in the final four. Three-line pass will give San Diego an opportunity. One thing we should note, Tacoma has played virtually mistake-free soccer tonight to be in this match at 3-3, being outshot 19-9. Here is a rare error, and let's see if the Sockers can get their skill players out here and capitalize. Childs, who has 2 goals. Charlie runs the give and go with Churras. Brandon, Juan Carlos Charlie Gonzalez back to Childs. Bangs it off the wall. That was an intended pass. It comes out to Leo. Now Charlie. Charlie stalking the ball. Back to Leo. Leo will fire in, looking for the deflection from Childs. Megson got a touch on it, and Childs called for the foul on Megson at the edge of the crease. 7:31 to go. It's Herrera. Sockers trying to press, show that high line defensively. Herrera casual in the corner over to Danny Waltman. Looked like he had chance to read the sports page there. Definitely had time to read a Says Me column or two. Almost nothing in those. 7:17 left in this one.
And we are right in the mandatory officials timeout window right now. The acceptable window.
Big trouble for the Sockers. Cesar Cerda just called for his 3rd foul of the half. And he is on Nick Herrera right now. And as Charlie thought it was a handball, it's not. It's still loose in the crease. And now the foul called on Tacoma. And the quick restart. And too quick for the
player was still down for Tacoma, who
Nate Ford
took a mighty fall. It's a hand to the face as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, before.
A little delayed reaction there.
Swipe. Charlie says, get up.
Charlie says, rise again, please.
We go to break.
In the window.
7:03 to play.
Right
Nothing
where it should
decided. Tacoma and San Diego. We're back after this on MASL TV.
Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
Sockers and Stars tied 3-3. San Diego goes on a 3-match road trip after this, and a quick one where they play 3 road matches in 5 days. Next Friday at Tacoma, next Saturday at Tacoma, the following Tuesday night, match 5 of 6 between the Sockers and Fury at Toyota Arena. Then 10 days off, and then a huge home weekend. Friday, February 25th, the Sockers and the Kansas City Comets, the Central Division leaders. It's San Diego Wave FC night. We're going to welcome in the NWSL's newest club, the San Diego Wave. Their team and coaching staff will be down on the floor for a special halftime pep rally. And you will get a Sockers team poster when you walk in with post-match autographs if the mask mandate lifts. Then, on Sunday, February 27th at 5 p.m., it's the Sockers and Milwaukee Wave, the last 2 Ron Newman Cup champions, going head-to-head for a 5 o'clock start, and all fans will get a pair of Thunder Sticks when they walk in to help bring the bang for that one. Get your tickets at sdsockers.com/tickets. Call 866-799-GOAL. And, of course, day of match, you can always go to the Pechanga Arena box office. Sockers kick out of their own zone here with 7 minutes to go in a 3-3 tie. Savoy Morgan shut out tonight. Spins this ball down in front of the San Diego bench and back to Mitchell Cardenas. Now Cardenas trying to find Morgan. Doing work in the corner with Holloman on him. Hopped up on Tavoy. Tried to send it to the back post. Squirts out. Dantas kicked by Cardenas again. Third chance. Gets the ball out for a moment for Tacoma, and now look out as Pee-wee takes one up high and gets a nice hand from Holloman on the floor.
And after taking a little shot here, you held your breath. Oof, just ran right into a bigger, taller opponent. As Holloman knocked him down to the floor and helped him back up to his feet like a gentleman.
Morgan between two, back to Rojo.
I'm going to say, still haven't had a blue card in this game. Neither side has been on the power play all night. That was why I was kind of holding my breath there for a second.
Cardenas and Morgan. And Holloman did well to get
Stuff
that
from
away.
Holloman to get that leg in. Poke it away from Morgan.
Keats is under pressure in his own corner and is going to get bailed out on the whistle here.
Holloman's had a crucial game tonight.
Concur.
Those players not out there all the time, not getting major minutes, but taking advantage of his time.
We got the old drop ball here. And it pops out to Tacoma.
A little scoop out there as well to Dantas.
Dantas. Churdas jumps on this ball. Brandon Escoto. Waltman.
Waltman. Otra vez. My goodness.
Haven't seen him play better this year, and I've watched all of Tacoma's matches. This is just vintage. This is 2012 Danny Waltman out there.
Breaking out the 2012. You say, how vintage are we going here?
Gutierrez over the legs of Megson. Sockers are braying for La Tarjeta Azul, and Fernando Pena says no, and he shouldn't have. That definitely was not a blue card. 5:38 to play. This has just turned into something very different. Another delay of game there. Here's the overlapping run. It's there off the wall. Childs, who's on 2 goals tonight, couldn't get on the end of that wall pass. Ramos on the run. Michael Ramos. And deflected out of play. Into the party on the pitch. Well, we've got a great youth soccer club down there having a blast on a Sunday evening. What a match this has turned into. 3-3 for Tacoma. It's everything they could have asked for and more. For the Sockers, well, 5:05 to set their mood. Mood ring right now is opaque. As we reach the final 5 minutes, presented by Calafino Tequila. Calafino Tequila, enjoy the fino things in life. Go to calafinotequila.com. And maybe dipping into the extra añejo if this continues to roll the way it is. Leonardo de Oliveira, it's Charlie. It's Juan Carlos Charlie Gonzalez to Leo running through. And Waltman. Palms of steel. They'll wing it out. Pino was able to read that all the way. 4.5 to play. Only 1 goal in this quarter. It came 10 seconds in. Stars scoring off the opening kickoff of the quarter. Loose ball in the middle. Charlie with 3 men around him. Kept the ball on his toe for a moment and got it back to Leo. Very well done. Leonardo de Oliveira. 15 points in the year, 4 goals, 11 assists, trying to push his way past. Shoots to the back post. Morgan couldn't get his toe on it. Ishmael De Luna was right there. Off the bench, Pee-wee kept that ball from going too far. Down to Leo. Leo up in the air. Couldn't get away from that one and could not get a whistle either, but Pee-wee runs it down. Pee-wee digs it the other way. Pee-wee shoots right into the gut of number 24. Future indoor soccer Hall of Famer Danny Waltman. 3:40 to play. Is this Waltman's game to steal? Is this Tacoma's game to try and get them back in the conversation in the MASL playoff picture? They cannot get over the playoff line tonight, but they could get within 1 with a regulation win. 3:20. Tied at 3. Soccer's offense. Its worst outing of the year. Previous, a 4-1 win here at home against Chihuahua in the home opener, December 19th. It's the lowest San Diego's gone this year. Caceres got out of the wall jam there, and then Escoto called for the nudge.
Anybody's game. 3 minutes left. 3-all. It is up for grabs. See who wants it, who takes it. Herrera. Does he have enough in the tank to find a goal of his own? Take a timeout.
Nick's
right
going to call timeout. Best way to keep up with the San Diego Sockers all year round is on social media. Get exclusive behind-the-scenes content, online-only deals, interviews, pictures, and more all season long, every day. Like our page on Facebook at San Diego Sockers. Follow us on Twitter or Instagram or Twitch or TikTok at San Diego Sockers. In particular, I'd like to take this moment to highlight the Sockers TikTok account, which has been blowing up. Over 600 followers added in the last 4 days. Spencer and Blake are 2 University of San Diego interns. We've given them the keys. And they're turning that old jalopy now into a sleek race car, our TikTok account. Taking it from a humble beginning and making it big. Follow us on TikTok at San Diego Sockers. I mean, I have a gas every day seeing what they put up. It's been so much fun. And of course, you'll see that stuff bleed over to our Instagram account, our Twitter account, at San Diego Sockers, across the board. Wherever you want to find us there. There's Herrera. Sockers led 1-0, led 2-0, then 2 straight from Tacoma, one at the end of the second quarter, one early in the third. Craig Childs from Brandon Escoto at 7:48 of the third made it 3-2. Logan Jones tied at 10 seconds into the fourth, and here we are. 57 complete, nothing decided. It's Dantes on the elbow, turning to shoot, blocked by Cardenas. Herrera comes back with it, and the Stars maintain possession in the offensive zone with Caceres. The lefty over to Herrera. Serta, who's sitting on 3 personal fouls for the half. It's Caceres. Herrera. Serta leaning on him. Pee-wee jumps in. Pee-wee gets the steal. Sockers want to run. Pee-wee in danger. Now gets it out. It's Rojo. Rojo with Herrera up in his hip pocket. Nick Herrera showing some big defense. That's the kind of defense that Nick will play in the final 2 minutes of a tie match.
He's saying he has a choice application of his defensive abilities.
Correct. Okay. And this is the time, and he did it. Waltman wings it out. Headed by Pino. Going to be knocked down, it can be, by Christian Gutierrez. The Sockers. 58 complete, a 3-3 tie. Late going. Escoto brought down by Herrera. Free kick coming for San Diego at the red line. Angled out to left wing.
Herrera trying to play the good defense there, but clearly committing the trip, and a timeout for San Diego now, Craig. Everybody just thinking things over here in the final 2 minutes.
Chance to plot and plan. The San Diego Sockers do not want to go to overtime for the 5th time this year in 11 matches.
No.
However, they'd prefer that to losing in regulation, and they are tied at 3. Danny Waltman is the reason why this match is not firmly in San Diego's grasp.
Full body behind it, down to his left. Sure, I thought he was pushed a bit there. Still got a lot on the shot, and Waltman, good form. His night. It's been his game to win, really. But of course, he can't score the goals apart from some spectacular, very, very specific moments in his career. He's not a goal scorer. He is a goalkeeper. So somebody in a Tacoma uniform, a white jersey, has got to be the one to steal this on the road.
Here you see the goal for Tacoma to
Logan
tie it, and
Jones.
just Keats being smart. And that went off of Pardo's leg, too, and into the net. Boris was terrific early. Gave up one goal that he certainly wishes he could have had back. Waltman has just been a wall tonight. You can't say anything but a superlative for the 40-year-old netminder of the Tacoma Stars. But can the Sockers spoil the party for the visitors? Charlie to the corner. Dragged away and stolen. It's Ramos, and it's the counter. It's on. It's 3v1. Here comes Tacoma to win this game. It's going to be Manetti. It's Caceres. It's off the crossbar and out. And Ramos gets another bite of the apple. Mike Ramos with 1:40 to play, and the Sockers somehow escape in a tie still. And what's next? It's Leo. It's Leo. Sliding block. Redistribution to the middle. Kicked out, long run, Pino. Pino settling a bouncing ball. Under 90 seconds to play in regulation. Tied 3-3 in San Diego. Here comes Escoto. Juras. 75 seconds left in the action. Sockers have been dormant tonight. And Waltman has been there every time that the Sockers have a flash. Juras trying to create some magic. We're in the magic minute. Minute 60 is live in San Diego. Leo has been shut out tonight. Leonardo de Oliveira to Cesar Cerda. Cerda knows all about late magic. He's shoved off by Manetti, and the free kick is coming.
Frustrating stuff for Tacoma. Quick restart, I think, here for the Sockers. Look out.
San Diego's got to get off the floor. And now it looks like, did Tacoma call timeout? Fernando Pena discussing with Craig Childs. Are they calling a delay? What are they calling? Or did someone call a timeout? I think Tacoma called a timeout, Nate, before the Sockers could get the quick restart. And I think that's what Craig Childs was arguing, because unless there's a timeout, you can't do what they're doing right now on the floor. I also think it's very interesting. Look at the six field players, Nate, not going to their bench here. Danny Waltman's the head coach at this moment. Still Salvaggio. Trying to scratch out something on the yellow board that can turn into a goal. How did they not score?
Well, that little deflection there from Leo made a huge difference. And then that one off the underside of the bar, they still almost got it. A rebound shot for Ramos here. Actually doesn't get a shot off, but that little touch pass, the initial outlet. This is just a little late. A crucial touch from Leonardo de Oliveira. See if Leo can get a crucial touch at the other end.
Childs, Leo, Juras, Morgan, Charlie. Your five on the floor. With 48 seconds left to go, the whistle sounds. Here comes the right wing restart. Lifted in the air. Escoto heads it back. A touch keeps the Sockers from a shot. Leo kicking to his right foot. Shooting, one-handed save! Waltman again, and again and again. Keats off the back of his heel. Unlucky. Charlie back to Childs. Still 30 seconds to pull 3 points out of the fire. Leo, Morgan. Lost the chance. Leo gets it back. 20 seconds. It's Escoto on the wall. It's Escoto holding, scooping off the back of a star, and Waltman's got it. 10 seconds to go. The throw out. It's Ramos. A chance to win it. Mike Ramos turns. 5 seconds. Ramos to the right foot, back to the left foot. Shoot, save. We're going to overtime in San Diego. 3-3 the score. A point to each team. And we'll play for the third point in sudden death overtime. It comes your way next on MASL TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, your score at the end of regulation
60 minutes could not decide tonight's affair at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. The Tacoma Stars have received their 9th point in the MASL standings bracket. The Sockers have received their 26th, and 1 point is left up for grabs. It's time for Golden Goal Overtime on MASL TV. Craig Elston, Nate Aberday, and Melissa May, our TVX video crew, here with you. The Sockers in their 5th overtime in 11 matches. They are 3-0 on the road in overtime, 0-1 at home, and Danny Waldman keeping this match tied. The one-handed stop. Morgan was trying to get a foot on that, but Waltman got the paw, and then it's Boris Pardo in the final seconds. Lets the ball spill away, but he got enough of it to keep things at 3-3. The Sockers had a 2-0 lead 57 seconds into the second quarter, but they've never been in control of this match, not even once. Tacoma came with a great effort. They are a deeply undermanned team in this matchup and should be thrilled with the effort so far. Danny Waltman, 15 of 18 saves in this game, several spectacular saves. Pardo, for his credit, had several great saves in the first quarter. Since then, though, the Sockers just withstanding Tacoma's effort. We've never seen the flame rise on the San Diego side. Can they get that spark and steal a win here tonight in San Diego, California? Sockers go right to left in extra time. Tacoma left to right. 4-3 will be the final score of this match, but who gets goal number 4? Tavoy Morgan has an overtime game winner. Came down in Chihuahua. Sockers have won twice in Golden Goal. Tavoy once. Tavoy still alive. Pee-wee on his seat. Rojo still alive. Shot it high.
Sat up for him.
Sure did. Iram Pueblo Ruiz had the other Golden Goal for San Diego. Not available. P1 visa restrictions. And it was George DeLeon who scored the game winner for Ontario here in the Sockers' lone loss of the season. San Diego will either be 10-1 or 9-2 at the end of tonight. Tacoma is 1-0 in overtime, defeating Ontario in an overtime shootout last week. 8-7 was that score, a scoreless overtime period, of course, in the 3-1 shootout win. Herrera had the game winner. There's Nick in the corner. There's Nick to the shot. Point blank save. Pardo keeps the match alive. First minute done in overtime. Jones gave it away. Serta the steal. Leo. Serta managed to get out of the second half without committing that fourth personal. Now Pardo gets his one touch. He's going to send it deep. Looking for Christian Gutierrez. Gutierrez, no points yet tonight. Neither has Leonardo de Oliveira. Two guys you count on to score 1-2 points a game. Mitchell Cardenas and the man who has 2 goals, Craig Childs. Childs playing a larger percentage of shift here because Tavoy Morgan's been playing with a tender groin. And Tavoy's 8-game goal scoring streak is looking like it's dead. Leo just wide. Waltman had the hand out in case. Cardenas digs in for the steal. Charlie to Chura. They get Serta off the wall. Oh, Cardenas couldn't get a good boot on it. He had the spot. 2 minutes done in overtime. Waltman was able to get that one out of the mixer. Alex Megson has a runner off the bench. It's Jeff Bader with Pereira overlapping. Pereira's got it. Pereira stepping to his right foot. Charlie stays with him, lifts to the middle. Headed away by Leo. Kicked out by Serta. And a one-hopper that's going to find the bench class. 7:33 left in extra time. It's Golden Goal overtime from San Diego. 3-3 score. Last goal was Tacoma 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. Nothing since. Waltman under a little bit of pressure. Off of the leg of DeLuna, a heavy touch. DeLuna, however, got around Pee-wee. Herrera touched back by Pee-wee. Read the run well. Pino, Pee-wee, and here comes the rush. It's Rojo with Gutierrez, the Tijuanense together. Rojo shoots! Tipped wide. Waltman got enough Gutierrez trying to get on that. Megson bikes it out of there. La bicicleta for the elegant assassin.
The biggest save of the night from Danny Waltman.
Here's Churras. Churras with a step to the middle, to the left foot. Still open. Shoots. He scores! Brandon Escoto lights the lamp and sends the Sockers home happy. Heartbreak for Tacoma. They deserved it, but the Sockers steal it. 4-3 final score.
Golazo, golazo, golazo. Sigue Escoto, Escoto. Hecho en Tijuas. The goal made in Tijuana, scored in San Diego on a Sunday night at the Grand Old Arena. He's a showman. We know that much. And that was one hell of a performance to close out the night. Virtuoso stuff from Brandon Escoto, the Sockers number 19. The proud Tijuanense wins it for the San Diego Sockers against the Tacoma Stars here on a Sunday night in SD.
Not a surprise. It's your front wave goal of the match. Let's see it again. Brandon Escoto, unassisted, all by himself, past the leg swing of Megson, the extra move, and the perfectly placed, inch-perfect shot.
A little Maradona, but also a little Steph Curry feel to this. I'm telling you what, look at every single Tacoma defender is looking at Brandon Escoto. 3 of them ran into each other as a result of the dribbling exploits of Brandon Escoto. I'm calling it 1 part Maradona, 1 part Steph Curry, and 2 parts Brandon Escoto. For the win. Count it. Brandon Escoto called game. Great.
Churras with 2 assists and the golden goal. The Sockers' 4th overtime win of the year. Now 4-1, I should say, in overtime. Now 10-1 on the season, but they only gained 2 points in the standings tonight, improving to 27. They're now tied with Kansas City for second, but KC on regulation wins has the tiebreaker. Of course, many, many games to go before we care about tiebreakers and who's first, who's second, who's third in the points standings. I just have to say once again, for Tacoma, what an effort. It comes up empty. The Sockers steal one down to the floor. The captain, Craig Childs, with Melissa May.
Craig, 2 points, adding 2 points to your already impressive 600 points. How's that feel?
Feels good. Yeah, it wasn't the best performance from the group, but it's a good winning mentality to get the W at the end of the day.
What was said before overtime? What was said in the huddle to really motivate you guys to finish this game?
You know, we've been to overtime a few times this year. We feel confident. We knew what we needed to do and took care of business at the end.
The lineup changed a little bit with Zay Roberto joining you in the starting lineup. What's that like, having a veteran with so much talent, even at his age, 43?
Yeah, you know, Zay Roberto's, he's like a fine wine, and hopefully when he retires, everybody gives him the credit he deserves for what he did for this organization. He's been here, you know, for 13 seasons. He's won 5 championships, and he's captained the team for over a decade. And there aren't a lot of people in this league that have done that, and there aren't a lot of people in this country that have put in as much effort into USL and MASL and PASL and MISL and all the other leagues, and he deserves all that credit.
Seems like you have quite a affinity for him. Getting a thumbs up from Coach right there, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, you know, thumbs up. It was good to win, but I think in the locker room it'll be a little bit of a different story. We made it really hard on ourselves, and we got a lot of work to do this week to make sure that we go up into Tacoma and take care of the 2 games up there.
How was it having veteran goalkeeper Boris Pardo back in goal?
It's always nice having Boris back. You know, Xavier did a great job when he was in, and I think it gave him a lot of confidence, and I think that'll push Boris, but, you know, we know Boris is our number 1, and we're going to ride with him, and he did a great job again tonight.
Well, you also did a great job, Childs. Thank you so much for your time. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Melissa May, for your contributions throughout the broadcast, pre-match, halftime, and now post-game. Talking to Craig Childs, whose 2 goals, boy, they all added up tonight for a 4-3 victory. And Nate, I was just about to say before we headed it down to the post-match interview, I just really want to tip my cap to the Tacoma Stars tonight because Tacoma deserved to win tonight's match. They absolutely outplayed San Diego. They out-tried San Diego. They out-hustled San Diego. The Sockers never lit the pilot light on tonight's match, and it took a spectacular individual flame burning bright, Brandon Escoto, to finally win it in sudden death overtime. But we talked about it at the start of the fourth, Nate. You know, we were looking at last weekend going, could that Utica match be a trap match in that the Sockers had been playing 4 matches in 8 days and, you know, coming in against a team that had lost 7 in a row. And instead, the Sockers were very sharp, even with tired legs last week. Tonight, you saw it. Tonight, you saw a club that had had a couple of days off. Tonight, you saw a club that had beaten Tacoma handily 2 matches, coming in kind of assuming they could write the score. And a ton of credit to the Tacoma Stars to bring an effort from minute 1 to 63 in this game. They get a point. Their playoff hopes, you know, slightly improve this evening, but with another match tomorrow in Ontario, I think the Fury licking their chops, but I just give a lot of credit to the Stars for the way they came out today.
Well, it's nice to hear you give them that credit. I was posing that question early on. What kind of performance would we see from Tacoma? I was very impressed. Talked about it throughout the evening. Impressed I was from this full team Tacoma Stars performance tonight, fighting back from 2-0 down to make it 2-2. Going down 3-2 on a brilliant Craig Childs goal for the Sockers, fighting back to make it 3-3, coming out strong in that fourth quarter, having a chance or two in overtime to even steal the win. And maybe you wouldn't even say steal. Maybe you could say they very much deserved more from this game tonight. But with all that said, I don't want to make it all about one man, and he ends up being on the losing side, quote-unquote. Credit to the Tacoma team performance, credit to the Sockers, and, of course, Brandon Escoto for beating the man that I'm going to talk about here in a second. But I just got to give one final tip of the cap to Danny Waltman. And if you're out there watching this game in Tacoma, or you're watching this game as a fan of arena soccer anywhere around the country or around North America, I talked ad nauseum about entertainment factor in this league, and I called them the comic book characters, the great characters that come from the Major Arena Soccer League, going all the way back even to the MASL. It's what it was all about, and to still see that great tradition alive. He's always been one of those guys, maybe not at the top of his strength anymore at the age of 40. Man, talk about turning back the clock. You called it vintage Danny Waltman. From way up here in row Z, may my final comments of the night here on MASL TV be cheers to you, Danny Waltman. Now go do it again in Ontario.
Nate, thank you as always for your contributions tonight. We do have one more feature left to present, and that is our Fan Saves Save of the Game. And it's got to be Danny Waltman. This behind his head, one-handed, left-handed save.
Go on.
Absolutely incredible.
I don't know what he did, almost like he was making the ball move a little slower tonight.
Fan Saves can help you save money on all of the soccer's top promotions. Download the Fan Saves app today to get special deals from all the soccer's corporate partners. Fan Saves, presenter of our Save of the Match. Well, that's going to bring an end to this evening's contest and this evening's broadcast on MASL TV. Special thanks to our executive producer, Ted Bendrick, who is also the director of tonight's Skeleton Crew. And yet it's as if you were all here. Randall the Slizzer. Well, you're actually the Sliz. I got that backwards, but no longer a perfect broadcast. Leave it to me to
wrap it up,
drag it down at the end. Marilyn Muro, Michael Back, and Emily's Baratos were our camera operators. Mark Hattersley on the ones and twos, our audio engineer. For Melissa May and Nate Abreu, my name's Craig Elston. Thank you so much for spending part of your Sunday evening with us. Reminder, the final score, Brendan Escoto, golden goal in overtime at 3:19. The Sockers beat Tacoma 4-3. San Diego on the road next Friday, Saturday, and the following Tuesday. We will see you back here Friday, February 25th for the Sockers and the Kansas City Comets, one of the most anticipated matches of the MASL season. We will talk to you then, but until then, so long from San Diego.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the fino things in life.